Darin, Steen here from FatLossLifestyle.com, bringing to you today one of my favorite ab exercises. This is the most frequently asked question that I get. It started back in 1988 when my football career ended after a 14-year football career, and I had a football belly. I was 5'10", 245 pounds with a 41-inch waist. I got cut by the Chicago Bears and my playing days were over. The next day I went to the gym, I saw the bodybuilders, ripped abs, and the truth was, I was single, I wanted sex appeal, I wanted abs. The center focus point of most people's sexuality, that's what they usually go for, is the symbol of sexiness. So ever since then, I've been on a quest, and it's evolved as a competitive drug-free for life bodybuilder, but everyone wants abs, and there's so much misinformation about it out there. Not that I know everything, but at 50 years young in June, I'm in the best shape of my life by far. I got more balance in my life than ever, and I created the fat loss lifestyle system that I took what natural competitors were doing and I streamlined it, and I let average people trying to gain muscle and lose fat and get healthy, people that aren't gym rats, utilize the tips, tricks, and techniques who I think the most knowledgeable people in the world are at losing fat and gaining muscle naturally by using 5 things. I have 5 pillars. I have a mindset. You got to have a goal. You got to have a nutrition plan that's personalized and it evolves and changes. You got to train with weights and you got to stretch. You got to do interval cardio. That's the 4th pillar. And the 5th pillar is social support. You're going to get negativity. You're going to get some positive people that help you, inspire you, but you're going to get a lot of negativity when you focus on yourself and try to improve yourself. So every time I bring out a fat loss lifestyle video, I'm going to bring to you an exercise of the week, and I'm going to give you a tip in each one of those areas. Because doing the best ab exercises in the world every other day or every day, that's not going to let you see those abs that are already underneath there. You got to gain muscle. You got to lose fat slowly and consistently. You got to do some ab exercises, but the things that's going to make your abs pop and look better are squats, hack squats, and deadlifts, and major compound movements where you got to have good posture and belly button in. You got to support a lot of massive weight. It's not the crunches and the sit-ups and the leg lifts that most of us have been, it's our first instinct. If you want to lose fat, you're going to jog 10 miles and you're going to do 200 sit-ups. If 200 sit-ups doesn't do it, you jog 15 miles and do 400 sit-ups. That's how I started, and I've learned from that process. So it's understandable that's where people stay sometimes, thinking that ab exercise is what's going to make them happier with what I think the #1 focal point of everybody is, and that's getting lean, muscular, attractive abs. So with that being said, a tip in each area, real quick. Mindset. You got to have a precise goal. I really love 6-week and 12-week check-ins with pictures, measurements, a skin fold caliper test. So one-side skin fold caliper test take you 2 minutes. You can figure out your fat and muscle, because a lot of people lose muscle when they try to get fit because they're just doing too much cardio, they're not eating enough carbs, they're eating too many carbs. There's a whole list, but usually people eat too few calories and exercise too hard. They drop the weight on the scale, but they're miserable. So you got to have a precise goal with a 6-week, 12-week goal. Make a contract. My Fat Loss Lifestyle Tribe has a commitment sheet. It's very simple. Going to do this by this date so that I can put an emotional reason behind it and get a weekly waistline and scale check-in. That's the only way you're going to see consistent progress or not. Every week you got to check in. So that's a strategy in the mindset goal setting. Number 2, we talked about is nutrition. You guys have heard it before, but here's one thing out of nutrition. You got to know how many starchy carbs you're eating. Starchy carbs are what makes us fat if we're not exercising or eating too many of them. Good quality sources are potatoes, rices, and oatmeals, and bananas. Those are turned into glucose, and if you're not burning your muscle engine, you're going to get fat. So it's the timing of those. But you got to start out. You got to know how many you're eating. All right? So do a little bit of studying. Within 10 minutes of studying on the internet, you know a banana is 25 grams. You know a half a cup of rice is 28 or 30 grams. Just do the math. A cup of oatmeal is 54 grams of carbs. A half a cup is 27. Get consistent at eating a certain amount of carbs. Test with your measurement to see what changes or not. That's the only way you're going to learn what works for you. Number 3, interval cardio. You do short little bursts of intensity, whether it's power walking, on a treadmill. I love on a treadmill. You can do interval on anything, body weight exercises. Number 4, resistance training. My tip is 3-second positive, 1-second isometric squeeze, and a 3-second negative. Nice and slow and controlled. Work on the mind-muscle connection. It's not how much weight you lift, it's how you lift it. And number 5 is social support. Announce your intentions to the ones that are closest to you in your life, at home, at work, and in your social circles, and say, I really want to invest in myself. I'm going to exercise. I got this plan, and I would appreciate if you'd support it. I want to become a better person for myself, but also our relationship, and I'll be a better spouse or a son or whatever it is. So now, the ab exercise. I love a dumbbell punch and pull, so here you go. This is my favorite one. Boxers and sprinters have great abs because they're working their abs from side to side, okay? Too many people do leg lifts and crunches, and your body is so used to that. So get out a decline board, not very steep, a little bit less than a 45-degree angle. I got a 20-pound dumbbell here, and my right hand, my right shoulder blade is off the bench. All right, I'm going to punch with my, I'm going to punch with my right with the weight in the hand, and I'm going to drive the elbow down so then my right shoulder blade comes down to the starting position. Ooh, let that air out. So I'm driving my left elbow down and the right hand with the dumbbell in it to the ceiling. And twist. Barely tap the shoulder blade, come right back up. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. Once you get to failure with whatever weight you're doing, set her down, rest. 10, 15 seconds, catch your breath, and do some quick ones with no weight. It's like a superset or a drop set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, twist, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. So there you go. There's the exercise of the week, dumbbell punch and pull. But you only have to do it every other day or get abs done with some 2 or 3 other exercises. Don't do abs all the time. Learn all the other things in the pillars, and that's how you're going to see your ripped abs that you already have underneath your skin and your fat. Darin, Steen, till next time, you do have the power to change. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter for more free information and free videos like this, just click the link below. Take 10 seconds, first name and email address, and it's a no-charge, very valuable 12-week e-course. It's going to help you start to personalize the 5 pillars for you. Make it happen. You can do it.